Hi everyone, I'm your host Diva Danielle, and this is Community Link AZ. Thank you for joining the show. This is the internet show that's a resource for you to people, products, and services in your own backyard you might not even know of. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode. Each week, I'll introduce you to someone who is helping to make a positive difference in the community. We're going to have some fun, learn something new, and connect in a positive way. Let's start the show. Hi everyone, and welcome to Community Link AZ. I'm your host Diva Danielle. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. If it's your first time, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by, but make sure you hit the subscribe button. Today, another nonprofit doing their part to help our kids in our community who need it the most. We're talking with Not My Kids. This is Shane Watson. He's the Public Information Officer. He's been with the company for 8 years, so he is immersed in the community and he knows how to speak about this organization. And if you are someone who's a parent at home trying to navigate, social media, depression, even, those issues that you feel are outside of your realm, well, you got an organization here that can help you. So we're going to talk with Not My Kid. How you doing, Shane?
Good. Thank you so much for having me here.
This is nice because you're an organization, like I tell so many people, that immerses themselves into the community, and you really have a hands-on approach to helping our teens, our youth, and even the parents with some assistance. So tell us a little bit about the organization and your involvement.
We were founded 21 years ago by a Scottsdale family, Debbie and Steve Moak, who went through a personal crisis, a behavioral health crisis with their own son. And on paper, he looked like the perfect kid, scholar, athlete, student leader, but they realized he was struggling with substance use. And once they got him help and got him on the road to recovery, and he's doing fantastic today, they felt like their job wasn't done. They said, okay, we've addressed our own issue, but how many other families out there are not prepared to intervene, or better yet, prevent this from occurring in the first place? So we were founded around that peer-to-peer model of education on substance use, and as you mentioned, social media, bullying, depression, self-injury, suicide. We've expanded out to a wide array of mental health and wellness topics.
I love that, because there's so many people right now just trying to navigate, because there's so many things that are infiltrating kids' lives. It's not just, kids out there wanting to have a fight with them anymore. You got to worry about the internet. You got to worry about those people that you don't even see behind the screen. So what are some of the tools that you use to utilize to help these individuals, especially the parents, talking with their kids?
Communication is a big one. Preparing parents to have those challenging conversations, to explain how they can begin those conversations, because talking to your kids about drugs and alcohol can be kind of a daunting task.
Yeah, it's up there with sex. It's up there with talking about sex.
It is absolutely up there. And a lot of parents that we help say, my parents never talked to me about this, and so I don't know how to have this conversation. And it's really preparing them with the ability, the way to start those conversations organically, preparing them with the awareness, what to look for, what signs and symptoms to look for. And then also, if they do notice a problem, they do realize their child is struggling with a mental or behavioral health issue, giving them that professional support that we're able to get, whether it's peer support or it's outpatient treatment for families, for individuals, or for groups.
Now, is there a cost associated with this? Or can people just, reach out to you and say, I know you have a number of different programs, how do I utilize them?
They can absolutely reach out to us for free. The cost varies depending on what the program is. We actually have quite a bit of grant funding that covers certain programs of ours. We're able to take our education programs into certain schools, community groups, zip codes as a whole, thanks to governor's office funding. But there is some cost associated with some of it. But if we've got a family that's is struggling, they need help, they don't know what to do, call in. We're going to help them navigate the system. And if we're not the right fit for them, we will connect them with who is the right fit for them.
That's the best thing. If you're trying to figure out and navigate, just pick up the phone, send an email, get connected with Not My Kid, because that's the first step. Reaching out, and then you'll be amazed at the wealth of information you will have at your fingertips and disposal to help you so you don't feel like you're alone.
Yes, that's the biggest part. One of the most rewarding things of the 8.5 years that I've been with Not My Kid is when we have parents walk in the office and you see that look in their eyes and they're overwhelmed and they don't know what to do and they are feeling alone.
It's devastating.
It is.
Yeah.
And I get to sit down with them and explain to them, you're not alone. Literally every day we work with parents, amazing parents with great kids who are dealing with these same challenges. No one is immune. this crosses over all demographics. And so as a parent, a lot of parents come in when their kids are dealing with these challenges and they feel like, did I fail as a parent? Absolutely not.
Right.
It's those preteen and teen years that are very challenging. So we sit down, we listen to what they have to say, we let them know that they're being heard, and we explain to them things can and will get better. Let's start on a plan together.
I love that, and I love the fact too that like everybody, you had to make the transition due to the pandemic. But nonprofits to me have really stepped up. They did not miss a beat, and Not My Kid is one of them, creating these different online services to adapt to the needs to meet those individuals who are still out there yearning for help. So let's talk about that.
Within 2 weeks after we closed down our office in March of 2020, within 2 weeks we pivoted and had all of our programs that had been up to that point in person online. And so we didn't miss a beat. And that way the parents and the kids and the families that needed support weren't left out there in the dark without that help. Also, the silver lining to it, because we typically operate geographically within Arizona, we're based in Scottsdale, some of our programs couldn't necessarily reach people in other states, but when we pivoted online, we had families in Texas and California and other states who were able to go through our programs. So there was a silver lining to that pandemic.
See, that's why I always say you always have to look at the positive side of things. Yes, you have to do some extra work, you have to shift, you have to tread those waters you've never tread before, but when you open up and embrace the opportunity, you extend your reach and you're helping out so many more people. Well, let's tell individuals how they can utilize your services, because you have, all the platforms out there for social media, but you also have ways that they can connect with you if some people aren't savvy on social media.
The best way is through our website. It's notmykid.org. That's notmykid.org. That's basically your one-stop shop for Not My Kid. If you want information on us and our programs, that's a way to do it. If you want to donate, that's a way to do it. If you need to fill out a form to get screened for mental or behavioral health support for your child, you can do it through there as well. Also a section on the website, 2 sections that I'm particularly proud of. Maybe it's because I'm heavily involved with them. Number 1 is a link to our podcast, which is called Win This Year.
I've watched several of these getting ready for this interview. Fantastic job. And if I had a child, I'd be like, what? This is great. You get excited for the fact that you hear the stories and you see the transformation and the good that's being done.
There are very encouraging stories coming out of the podcast. We deal with very heavy topics. But we deal with them with a solution focus. We do outline the scope of the problem, but then we talk about what do you do about it, because we never want to outline the scope of the problem and then leave people without answers. So 32 episodes into the podcast, it's called Win This Year. We talk to parenting experts, we talk to parents who have gone through just absolutely devastating situations with their kids and what knowledge they've gained from that they want other people to learn. Also on the website, the blog. And both of them are fantastic outlets if you want to gain more knowledge. You haven't been able to see one of our programs at your child's school, the podcast and the blog, but notmykid.org is pretty much your one-stop shop for Not My Kid.
Shane, you're a wealth of information. I'm telling you, this is why I do the show, Community Link AZ, linking you to individuals in the community as a resource at your fingertips. You can utilize their services to help you going forward, to get through just about anything. Please get a hold of Not My Kid, notmykid.org, because you want to stop so your kid can flourish. And you'll be like, a lot of people say, well, not my kid's doing that, but 9 times out of 10 they are. So just reach out, make the connection, get the help you need. Do you want to leave us with anything, Shane? Do you have anything good you want to share that you're going on with the organization that we didn't touch on right now?
Big things are happening at Not My Kid. Not only did we make it through the pandemic, we are thriving, we are growing, we are expanding. Later this year, 2021, we are moving into a new complex next to the building that we're currently in, and we're opening a full-scope health and wellness facility called The Well.
I love that.
And we're not only going to have the educational programs that we've had, the counseling, the peer support, we're going to expand into things like yoga or meditation or sound baths, because we want to focus on wellness. So the thing I want to leave people with is The Well, Not My Kid, The Well. Look for it late 2021.
That is awesome. You are fantastic. It's so nice to just talk to you. I love his passion. Shane Watson, get a hold of him. Get a hold of the organization, notmykid.org. Thank you so much for watching Community Link AZ. I hope you'll subscribe, because you never know who I'm going to have on the show, but it's a resource for you, and I hope you use it to the fullest. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you next time.